Hello and welcome to Rambles. I've been thinking about this one for a long time, but I'm going to start because it's April and you know that I love Million Mile Month. And if you've worked here for more than a year, you have heard me go on and on and on and on and on about Million Mile Month and how important it is for you to be active. And I know most of you just ignore me and roll your eyes, but especially after this past year of just absolute insanity, your mental and physical health, no matter how you handled this past year, it's taken a toll. And I cannot think of a better reason or a better time to start working on building back your mental and physical health by moving. And there are so many more ways than running or walking or working out, like hard and intense to do that. I mean, simple stretches, just standing up at least for 5 minutes every hour. There are so many ways that you can move your body, no matter what your fitness level, no matter what your age. And I have tons of resources and activities uploaded to Redbook that you can use personally, that you can use on your property, but I cannot think of a better time to try to work on being active because it's so good. I mean, the CDC and the WHO have put out multiple infographics on the best thing you can do for yourself during this pandemic is to work on your mental and physical health by being active. So that's my first thing. And the thing that's been on my mind and on my heart, um, reflecting over the past year, obviously it is COVID. And I think we've all learned so much. And I think we found a lot of positives through this. I know that, spending more time with your immediate family has really been a good blessing for so many people. Um, when you aren't going out and socializing and instead you are staying in with your family, you get to know them better and you get to um, spend time with them on a level that you might not have ever done before because life is just so busy. And also, some of the things that were canceled or some of the things that have been postponed, you know, obviously there have been some big events that have been hard. Um, but at the same time, some of these events, you realize I put so much time and energy into this and it really doesn't matter. And so I think that probably the biggest takeaway that we could all agree on is we have learned what's important to us and in our lives. And I think that's a good thing. And I think when we get stressed, like that's what we need to go back and focus on are those good things that make life worth living. But obviously there are some negatives from COVID, and I think the biggest that has affected us professionally is it's given us an excuse not to do anything and everything we don't want to do. From, and I'm coming this mostly from the services angle, that we can say, well, it's canceled due to COVID. We can't do this due to COVID. We can't do this due to COVID. And yes, there are a lot of things that we cannot do. We cannot have a party with every single person at the property crammed into a little community room or even crammed into a small outdoor space. Those things we just can't do right now. And as I've told y'all multiple times, I'm not on your properties and I don't know what your property is like demographic wise, and your community wise. I don't know if half of your property is sick. I don't know. I don't know those things. And I trust y'all to make the good decisions on what you do to keep you and your residents safe. And I would never want y'all to put yourselves or your residents at risk. But I have also given you so many tools and ideas that you can do without having any contact. and while maintaining all the social distancing guidelines and recommendations. There is no excuse why we should not be using this time to help our residents by doing kind things for them. Whether it's the little notes, whether it's the Valentine's that I sent out and said, pick one and do it for your residents. There are so many opportunities that we can still show kindness and do services for our residents despite COVID. And it really breaks my heart to see on reports over and over, canceled due to COVID, canceled due to COVID. I know that we're not going to be able to get people to come in and speak for multiple reasons right now. I totally get that. Maybe they're not allowed to cut out. Maybe you are on a senior property and most of them don't want to get out until they're vaccinated. I understand that, but could we not pass out an informational flyer that gives them some health tips? Can we not pass out suckers and say, have a great day? Like, we really need to continue thinking of ways to show kindness and do services for our residents, like we were doing last April and last May, when we were at the height of doing kind, creative things to keep people's spirits up. We have stopped doing that. We've gone away from that. And now we just say we can't do anything because of COVID. There's a lot we cannot do, but we need to focus on all the things we can do because there are so many things we can do. And I have uploaded over 200 resources that will allow you to reach your residents without ever having to come face to face or within 6 feet of them. Okay, I really challenge you to try to take the excuse of I can't do this because of COVID out of your vocabulary and start thinking of all the things you still can do. Because if we're honest, there is a lot that we still can do thanks to technology and thanks to the vaccine and thanks to the weather warming. Okay, so that's my challenge for you today, is to start thinking of all the things you can do despite COVID. Okay, have a great day and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.